What's up, guys? Today's Monday. Today we are back with the Yap videos, and we are in a different setting. This is the storage space where I have my treadmill, and that I eventually want to turn into a complete home gym for my family and myself. But, anyways, today's topic is, or question you could say, is what are you doing with God's gift? And what do I mean by that? Everybody says, and I truly believe this myself, that every day is God's gift, right? Every day you get to wake up is a gift. Every day you're just literally that's it, right? Every day you get to wake up, that is God's gift. So if we apply that logic, right? What is it that you're doing with that gift? Are you doom scrolling? Like myself, I had that problem, right? So let's look at it at that point of view, right? I got to the point where I realized that I was addicted to my phone, and I would doom scroll for a couple of hours before or after the gym, right? So I realized that okay, I'm wasting a lot of time on my phone that I really could be doing something productive, getting my workout out the way, my cardio, something, right? But so if we apply that question, right, that's how I started to get better. Is I realized I had that problem. I set a goal to reduce my screen time, and every time I would catch myself about to doom scroll or doom scrolling, because I did catch myself kind of going back into doom scrolling, I would say to myself, what is it that you're doing with God's gift? What are you doing? You're really just wasting your time when you could be doing something else, right? And this is not to say that it is completely bad to just unwind and disconnect your mind for a bit and just doom scroll, right? But I was to the point where I was putting up 4 to 8 hours of just doom scrolling, according to my phone, right? Even though not all 8 hours obviously were just doom scrolling, some others were on emails and stuff, but it was a small portion of that. If it was 8 hours, it would be like 4 to 5 hours of just doom scrolling, or yeah, like on Marketplace on Facebook, right? And that is 4 hours of just bullshit because I'm not doing anything productive, right? I'm just consuming others' content, and most of the time it wasn't nourishing content to where it would make me think or anything. It was just fucking TikToks and bullshit like that and reels. And it would be bullshit reels, like brain rot reels, right? So it wasn't nourishing me. So I asked myself, what is it that you're doing with God's gift? And get right back to whatever else I could be doing that was productive instead of that. And it's helped me a lot. I I don't really talk about a lot about the jobs that I get, but for my business, but I've been able to lock in a couple Chick-fil-A projects. We've been a lot more efficient as far as keeping track of our hours for our guys and stuff like that. Because instead of that, I would say, what is it that I'm doing with God's gift, right? And I get back right to anything else I could be doing. That would be the most minimal details of tracking hours for projects and stuff like that. And that just shot up my productivity, shot up my business productivity. And in all honesty, I wasn't the only one that benefited from this. My family started seeing a lot more traction with the business, and we've all been kind of applying the same logic, right? So, for example, that was my issue, my addiction, you could say. So, I have seen a lot of posts of men struggling with lust, not just men, women too. And let's say next time you're about to goon, bro, ask yourself that. Is this really what you're doing with God's gift? That's really what you're gonna do. Like you're gonna spend some time just fucking gooning when you could really just be doing something else. Go get some fucking push-ups and some sit-ups and maybe even not something physical, right? Maybe you just can go sit out and draw or journal or listen to music. But at least you're thinking, or you're spending time outside getting the sunlight you need, getting healthier, maybe processing your thoughts of bullshit that you've gone through so you could get over that shit and lock the fuck in, right? So, yeah, this could apply to a lot of different stuff. But mostly, for me, it was for that addiction, doom scrolling. I had that problem. So, if you guys have something similar, or you catch yourself maybe, because I have friends that they are addicted to Love Island, in all honesty. They just picked it up and they can't stop watching. And that shit's brain rot. It really is. People get mad, but that shit is brain rot. Uh, it's not it's not gonna help you with your relationships because it's all brain rot. It's just a bunch of people cheating on each other and kissing everybody they get in front of, right? So maybe ask yourself that. Is this really what I'm gonna do? Like, this is what I'm gonna spend God's gift in? Maybe don't spend 2 hours watching that. Maybe just watch an episode and get it out of your system and go lock the fuck in. Go do something. Maybe meal prep. Clean your fucking room or something, right? You can do something simple just like that. And you will be more productive. You will get a lot more done. And you'll realize that you were really wasting your time, energy, mental energy, emotional energy, physical energy, just doing dumb shit, really. Right? So, anyways, I am gonna get this out the way. It is 5:40. I'm probably gonna finish like around 6:30, 6:40. I usually do an hour of cardio. So I will see you guys maybe at the office, later at the office. After I shower, make some breakfast, and I'm at the office. We might go back to this, but if not, I will see you guys later.